Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, here to do your Sunday look ahead. What did I call it? It's kind of a winding down the weekend, and it's a forecast looking into the upcoming week. Today is April 23rd, but these readings are timeless. So if the timeline fits, even if the dates don't. So if this is part of your story, it doesn't matter about the date. So please keep that in mind. I'm going to use the Quantum Oracle. We're going to start there. We're going to talk about people, some events, and some energy you might be experiencing. Now, I will say that we did have a kind of a CME go off. The sun, I think it was yesterday morning, mid-morning, and that energy should be hitting the earth sometime this evening or tomorrow, depending on where you live. So we're getting a huge influx of solar activations this week. That's how we're starting our week. So it's going to be some pretty big energies coming through. So we're going to get started. I'm going to pull for the energy, and I have shuffled, so let me, a couple more. I'm just going to pull a card. And in all honesty, I did see fear, so don't be afraid. Stuck energy. So number 8. 8 is the last card in this suite, but it's stuck energy. Could be you, could be your masculine energy, could be your divine masculine energy. There's just somebody who's stuck, sitting on this old car. There's a rainbow, so there's some blessing entitled here, but there is just this sense of waiting. Let's pull for events. A milestone, some sort of celebration, achievement. See the trophies there, the awards, and people. The loving woman. Okay, so we have people, the loving woman, and this milestone. Both of those are 6s, so to me these two cards go together. But this fella here is feeling left out. Doesn't know what to do about the fact that the divine feminine is in her heart chakra. She has kind of, for some in the collective, she has moved on. She has started cultivating joy in her life, creating abundance, just really focusing on her life. She's kind of like, this connection has been stuck for too long. So she's just kind of left him out in the cold. Wasn't hard-hearted. It was just the fact that she needed to think about herself, which was a huge milestone for the divine feminine. And I really didn't intend this to be a divine feminine, divine masculine reading, but it's just coming up that way. And I'm looking at the flowers here. See the flowers that she has right here, and then the flowers on the table are very similar. So this is something on the divine feminine side that is just very celebratory. It's like she's achieved something. She's proud of herself. She's happy in her life, leaving him out in the cold. All right, let's pull from the Energy Oracle. I'll pull one card for each side. I really intended this to be a reading of what's coming in this week, but since that new moon solar eclipse, things have been a little off. Financial constraints. Let me pull one more. That's a 13 card, almost like a tower energy. No, death energy. And 50, the angel of strength. We've seen this card before. This is the divine feminine, folks. This is her energy. Energy, not gender. This is the divine feminine. Standing in her strength, her purpose, her divinity. Took a long time to get there. And then we have this death card. It's a 13 card, which is like death in the major arcana, but this says financial constraints. And you can see by the looks of this old vehicle here, there have been for the divine masculine. So if that's something you needed to know, divine feminine, there's some financial constraints on the divine masculine's part. Maybe outwardly he appears to have stable financial status, but there's something beneath that is really starting to put pressure. I'm hearing the word pressurize. Okay, since I have divine masculine energy, I'm going to pull from my divine masculine tarot deck. This is the traditional Rider-Waite, and I saw 9 of Cups. Queen of Swords. I saw Queen of Swords in the pre-shuffle of the other 2 tarot decks that I'm using. Yeah, feeling that energy, divine feminine, has just moved on. All right, let's pull some from the divine masculine, find out what's going on with this energy, because we're pretty solid with the divine feminine. She's solid. I'll pull some for her, but Knight of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the 2 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Swords, stuck energy. What looks like maybe taking time to figure things out is really this huge disappointment. There's this huge disappointing energy with the divine masculine. He's just feels like hugely let down about something. So then we have the 6 of Pentacles came out first. Then we have the Knight of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the Emperor. Here's what I'm hearing, and what I'm hearing is he's kind of remorseful in the fact that he didn't give equally to the divine feminine. Divine feminine was the giver, and then she absolutely kind of stopped over giving. And it feels as though there's this okay, now I realized what I did wrong kind of thing. Like, now I know what to do. I want to fix this. I'm going to start, acting in a more equal kind of way, a more giving kind of way. There's a gallantness. Like, I want to elevate the way I treat women, the way I treated my divine feminine. I want to elevate the way I treat other people, because this has just ended in serious, serious disappointment for me, and possibly has some financial constraints as a result. All right, let's pull from the divine feminine. I'm going to pull this card. This is from the Everyday Miracles. This was a card that just showed up. I am entitled to miracles. This is divine feminine energy. You are entitled to miracles because what you are. You will receive miracles because of what God is. And you will offer miracles because you are one with God. And I feel like that's really where she is in her energy. Let's pull from the Totally Zen Out Journey Tarot. Find out more information for the divine feminine. And I just want you to note, we have these 2 6 cards, the event, the loving woman, and the milestones. 2 6s, and then we have the 6 of Pentacles. That's significant to me. And she has really evolved into her spiritual strength, being in her sense of power. And he's feeling that. He's feeling, the divine masculine's feeling truly left out by all of this. All right. We have the Devil card and the King of Cups. You know, if this knight comes up and says, hey, I figured out what went wrong, there wasn't a lot of communication between us, you know, there wasn't financial equality, I kind of took advantage of you, I want to come back to the table, I want to be able to fix this, I want an equilibrium, I want it to be equal between us. I don't know that she's going to accept this. We have the King of Cups here, and this is like he's dressed up this offer. It's like, okay, I figured this all out. I've mastered this what wasn't working. But underneath it, I don't think the Divine Feminine trusts it. I'm like, there's no evidence that you've learned this. There's no, how am I supposed to believe you when you're just telling me, you're not showing me? Where's your gallantry? Where is, you know, where's the change in your behavior? Six of Pentacles again. I think he has learned. I think he has learned that there was a lot he was doing wrong, and that he wants to fix it, not with just Divine Feminine, but within himself, so that he becomes a better version of himself. Ten of Cups. See in this deck how the Divine Feminine is holding her share and he's holding their share, and then they have a share in the center. Not completely balanced yet in the center, but there is an equal offer. And then there's this Ten of Cups. So it feels like, you know, we're connecting back to this loving woman. Look at her in her green dress. The heart chakra is open. And she's not necessarily saying, I'm going to give you another chance. But it makes her happy to know that he has evolved, that the Divine Masculine's energy has learned some very vital lessons to this connection. Yeah, and there's the Queen of Cups. She's softening. She's not the Queen of Swords anymore. It's not that she's taking him back. I'm just going to say that. Please understand, I'm not encouraging that either. I'm just saying there's a lot of compassion from the Divine Feminine side about the Divine Masculine and the mistakes that were made and kind of the behaviors that he had, that kind of player energy. And then she's kind of happy to know that he sees that now. Let's pull a couple more, and then I'm going to pull Four of Pentacles. Maybe she's aware of his financial constraints. You know what I'm about to say. If he's coming to you for financial respite or a financial solution, use your discernment. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but do not allow him, the Divine Masculine's energy, to use your heart against you. Just saying. You might be making a phone call like, you know, you mind loaning me some money? Five of Pentacles flew right out in reverse. Be very careful. Two of Pentacles. See, it's all about money now. It's all about money. There is, this is for some of you, not all of you, but this king is all dressed up with his cup. But underneath, there's the devil energy. See the shadow? This may be a tactic. Just going to say it. So beware, be cautious, use your discernment. Remember, we had this Two of Pentacles here, where the Divine Feminine's hand is holding two, Divine Masculine's hand holding two, and the two up here are slightly out of balance. then the Two of Pentacles comes up. This could be definitely something where the Divine Masculine with these financial constraints is coming to ask you for a loan or bail money. If you saw the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, this message is for you reading, I think that was yesterday's reading, there was definitely a hint of some sort of bail money. Not going out and doing something because there was going to be a consequence, some kind of karma attached to it. And it kept coming up, bail money, in my energy. So this is the everyday miracles. Let's see. Just winding down this week and getting ready for the new week. Let me remember what my purpose is. Child of God, you were created to create the good, the beautiful, and the holy. Do not forget this. So those of you who follow my other page, the Organizer, Advisor, Mother YouTube channel, Sunday is the day we do some prep steps. So take a few minutes, clean out your purse, and get your grab and go binder ready for the errands this week. Get everything ready in advance to take back. That would be, any exchanges or returns that you need. Get your shopping list together. Plan your menu. Plan your wardrobe for anything that you have coming up this week. Clean sheet Sunday. Declutter your bedside table. And just prepare for the week. Get everything prepped so you don't feel so stressed with this big influx of energy coming in on a Monday. It could derail our whole week if we're not really prepared for it. So take some prep steps again on Sundays, clean sheet Sunday, so we get a very restful night's sleep. On Sunday to start our week, declutter your bedside table so that the first thing that you wake up to is a very clear and organized, clean space, as opposed to clutter and chaos. That should not be the first thing that you see in the morning. It really upsets your energy, throws you into a disequilibrium. I plan my menu for the week so that I'm, able to focus and eat healthy. I plan my wardrobe, so I have, whatever upcoming events that I have this week, I make sure that everything's ready to wear and accessorized. And then I clean up my purse, and then I get my grab and go binder. And if you need any more information about that, go to my YouTube channel, look at the playlist under document organization. You'll find out what a grab and go binder is. It's a very useful strategy. So just prep for Sunday. It's going to be a big week with the energies, and that energy is going to come in and it's going to wash over us. And if we're not ready for it, if we're not prepared for it, I'm telling you, it can make you feel very foggy in the brain. So you don't want to have to go back and rethink things. The past is over. It can touch me not. All your past except its beauty is gone, and nothing is left but a blessing. Be grateful for that blessing. Remember, we've been talking about everything that has happened to you in the past has brought you to this moment. And this moment is a turning point for you, if you allow it to be. Let's pull from a divine abundance, and then we'll pull from the crystal visions, and then we're going to get some sacred self-care so we know how to take care of our mind, body, and spirit this week. Earthing is going to be a really important one. Guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. Be some guidance coming in with this new download, this new energy. There's going to be some downloads coming in. Be open and receptive. Be in your divine feminine empress energy if you're a divine feminine watching, because there will be some epiphanies, some downloads. That much energy comes in, it's going to shake things up a little bit. Might shake things up the way we see things, the way we understand things. It might help you see this as, from a perspective of compassion. But Remember, if your divine masculine is calling you to ask you for money, use your discernment. This is just not the week I would loan money to people. Reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. There's a present here. This is interesting. I'll pull some cards on this. I'm going to pull one more because it really feels like there's a whole separate message here. Energetic clearing. During crises, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. So this energy coming in may help you to see that I'm just getting the element that even though the divine masculine has kind of learned, you know, hey, I wasn't perfect, I really didn't treat them well, I kind of, if I had it to do over, might go back and think about something. But yet it's almost like they're falling back into their old habits because of the financial constraints. It's like they're desperate, so they are lapsing back into that energy. And the divine feminine is like, oh, I feel so bad for him. Maybe I should help. There seems to be a little bit of trickery energy there. And I'm just going to say it because my job is to read the energy. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's what you want to hear. But I'm getting, you've got guidance, reframe, and energetic clearing. There's going to be some sort of, it feels like trickery being played upon the divine feminine, possibly about money by the divine masculine. Maybe a little smoozing to get some money to alleviate the financial constraints. However, if you are approached from that situation, please consult your guides and follow your guidance, because it looks like this might be an opportunity for you to clear something. It really feels like at the end of all of this, the divine feminine is going to feel like this. But there's some sort of trickery here, and it's about money. There's some schmoozing going on. Four of Cups. Be careful where you give your attention. Be careful. Two of Wands. Make careful and deliberate choices using discernment. Nine of Wands. Don't you dare feel guilty, okay? I'm just going to say it. Don't feel guilty. If you feel as though you're in your position of strength and power, you have earned that. You have earned your position of strength and power, your spiritual strength, because you have worked hard. But this Nine of Wands, it's almost like, don't be so eager to give up your power to this trickery. And I hate to say that because a part of me says, you know, it's really not fair on the divine masculine part, but I'm not here to be fair. I'm here to read the energy and to listen to my guides, and this is what they're telling me. There could be some divine feminines whose divine masculines, they've learned their lesson. They want to restore balance to the connection. But there's also somebody that's going to be smoozing the divine feminine in order to get a loan. Three of Cups. And it's almost like the divine feminine is like, I want this so bad. If I do this for him, energy, not gender. If I do this, if I loan them this money, then, you know, I'll get back in that energy connection. It'll be powerful again. I'll feel like maybe this is the last step to union, is for me to give my love through financial means. Let me caution you. use your discernment. This is what that Four of Cups is. Use your discernment. Choose carefully. It's almost like the Divine Feminine feels guilty if she says no. Like, but I can, and maybe I should. He is my Divine Masculine. Well, guess what? You didn't create this from him. You didn't create this financial constraint. I understand if his car, and this is what it feels like, his car breaks down and he needs to get it repaired in order to go to work, and you're like, oh, maybe I should. It's legit. Consider it carefully. Now, there may be an earnest need. The Sun. There may be an earnest need of, financial need on the Divine Masculine's part. But remember, Divine Feminine, it's not your condition to bail him out. And if you do so without attachment, both to the prospect of union or to that money. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just trying to be as transparent and real with you as I can, because this feels like a very strong energy coming through, that there may be some sort of financial need, and you may be the one they come to. This is the sacred self-care. I'm going to pull another one. Yeah. Things that we can do to support our mind, body, and spirit, because it feels like this week is going to start off, with a huge influx of energy. So you may feel very kind of foggy in your brain, very distracted, very hard to focus, to figure out. And then it feels like the timing of this comes in where there's some sort of urgent need for financial assistance by the Divine Masculine. So he reaches out to the Divine Feminine with this long soliloquy about, oh, I was not the fairest. I was not, I was a different version of myself. Well, bravo for recognizing that. However, if they use that to try and get an in with the Divine Feminine to access some financial support, that's malicious intent. That's Seven of Swords energy. That's devil energy. You use your discernment to make sure that you don't fall prey to that. All right, so some things you can do this week to uplift your energy and to keep you in high vibe, and to be able to get out some of this influx of energy coming in from the solar activity. Dance. I'm going to pull this one. Sound healing. You may need to restore some equilibrium in your energy through some sound healing. Read. I've been reading some books, which is unusual because I read a little bit, but now I'm making a clear intention that, like, every time I lay down, I read a chapter. And then spend time with animals and spend time with friends. These will help you to feel more comfortable with the energy that's coming in. So that is the reading I have for you. I hope it helps. I hope it's a good heads up for you. Please use your discernment. And I'll check back with you in the next reading. Namaste.